Hey, also living universe, it's Xander, and welcome back to WWE 2K Universe Mode. We are fresh off of the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and we are here for Championship Monday, as we are calling this episode, because we have two out of our three matches done on Raw are title matches. We've got the United States title on the line in the main event, and the Raw Tag Team titles to kick us off. So without any further ado, let's get this show on the road. So we are kicking the show off with a Raw Tag Team Championship match, and out first, here come the challengers. Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits. Ford and Dawkins making their way to the ring tonight, looking for a shot to win the Raw Tag Team titles here on Raw. What a big opportunity this is for them, potentially become champions for the first time in Universe Mode. Dawkins and Ford making their way to the ring. They've only had a couple of shots at the titles in the past. I believe they've actually only had one pay-per-view shot for the titles, and it was back at TLC against then champions Authors of Pain. And now tonight, Ford and Dawkins making their way to the ring, and they're taking on the current Raw Tag Team Champions, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So here comes Zayn and Owens to the ring, titles around their waists. Owens and Zayn making their way to the ring. So it's going to be Owens and Zayn versus the Street Profits. Hopefully a bit of friendly competition coming up. So the challengers, the Street Profits, the champions, Zayn and Owens. It's Angelo Dawkins and Kevin Owens to start us off. As Dawkins with a drop kick to Owens takes him off his feet. Has the power of the big man of the team, Angelo Dawkins, but Owens turns him around and takes him down. And now Owens picks Dawkins back up to his feet, and Kevin Owens kicks him in the ribs. Counter from Dawkins. Angelo Dawkins caught off the ropes. Owens now picks Dawkins back up to his feet, and Kevin Owens grabs Angelo. Angelo Dawkins throws him in the corner, and Angelo scoops him up. And Dawkins takes down Owens, and now Angelo Dawkins picks him up. And what's he thinking here? He's got Owens. Owens counters right hand to the back. And now Owens grabs Dawkins up on his shoulder. And Owens drops him. And now Kevin Owens going up top. Sami Zayn getting fired up here. Owens looking to fly. Kevin Owens with that big bullfrog splash. 1, 2. No, there's a kick out from Angelo. And now Owens picks him up, and Kevin Owens with a chop. Went for a right. Counter. Knocked in the ropes. Dawkins with a right. And Dawkins now with Owens. Puts him in the ropes. And Dawkins knee into the back of Kevin Owens. Looking to take him down. Owens now rolling out into the bottom rope. Owens grabs Dawkins and suplexes him across the ring. And now Owens picks him up, and Kevin Owens kicking the ribs. Grabs Dawkins. Throws him into the corner. Tag made. Here comes Sami. And now Kevin and Sami, what are they thinking here? Off the ropes with a double back body drop. Yes, down goes Angelo Dawkins. And Sami went for an elbow. Tag made. Here comes Montez Ford, the smaller man of the team in the ring now. Ford with a drop kick. And Montez Ford now trying to get fired up here. Another drop kick. Zayn back to his feet. And another. Look at Montez Ford go. Montez Ford on fire now. And now Ford picks up Zayn and Sami. Finds the counter. Sami Zayn. Sunset flip. Powerbomb takes him down. Back to his feet now. And now Zayn picking him up, and Sami Zayn grabs Ford. Throws him across the ring, and Sami. Forearm strike. Picks Montez Ford back up to his feet, and Sami Zayn with a forearm takes him down to his knees. And now Sami Zayn. What's he thinking here? Sami. Oh, caught with an uppercut. And Montez Ford with a spinning wheel kick. There's a kick to the ribs. And now Montez Ford turns him over. And Ford grabs Sami Zayn and double axe handle. Takes him down. And now Montez Ford with another. And now Ford with a kick to the back, and Montez Ford now picks Sami Zayn up, and Ford grabs Zayn, throws him over the... Zayn counters, throws Ford over the top. Sami Zayn, right hand. And now Sami grabs Ford, picks him up, and a back body drop. Takes him down onto the apron. And now Sami picks him up, and Sami Zayn grabs Montez Ford. Throws him back in the ring, and Sami Zayn Well, we normally see Montez Ford fly, but Sami Zayn's a bit of a high flyer too. Sami calling up Montez Ford and Sami Zayn. Telling him to get back up to his feet. Sami. Missile drop kick connects. Tag made to Kevin Owens. Angelo Dawkins back in. Double tag again. And Kevin Owens manages to catch Dawkins with a clothesline. And now Owens manages to get the big man up. Owens went for a right. Dawkins knocks him back into the corner. Kick to the ribs from Angelo Dawkins. Dawkins. Oh, goes for a sunset flip. Owens. Right hand to the head. And Kevin Owens gets out of it. Owens now caught again. Dawkins again throws him in the corner. Angelo Dawkins, spins out into the corner. Owens grabs him and Owens crossface. But Angelo Dawkins managed to have that foot under the rope. Big man is Angelo Dawkins, so keeping himself under the ropes during a submission hold is not going to be too terribly hard. There's a knee strike from Kevin Owens. And now Owens. What's Owens thinking here? Oh, right hand to Montez Ford. Owens grabs Ford, and Owens plants Montez Ford with a DDT. Down goes Montez. And now Kevin Owens picks up Angelo Dawkins. Owens grabs him. Throws him in the corner. Tag made to Sami Zayn. Owens and Zayn now. Here we go. Package pile driver. Into a brainbuster. Cover from Sami. 1, 2. Zayn and Owens retain. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn retain. Huge victory there. Now I can confirm that next week we will know. We will be able to announce who Zayn and Owens will be facing at the No Mercy pay-per-view in just a few weeks' time. But what a matchup here. Street Profits put up a good fight, but in the end, the package pile driver into the brainbuster. Zayn and Owens are your winners. And still the Raw Tag Team Champions. Boom. A big win for Zayn and Owens tonight. Let's see. We got an interview backstage with Raw's newest star up next. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now backstage with the newest member of the Monday Night Raw roster, Shane Thorne. Shane, you officially made your Raw debut last week as part of an 8-man Battle Royal. Now, unfortunately, you didn't get the win last week, but what can we expect to see from Shane Thorne here on Monday Night Raw?
Well, you know I was in the Battle Royal last week, and I didn't get as much of a chance as I'd have liked. So, I think I want another shot at the
Hello again, Seth.
Sorry, Shane, but I couldn't help but overhear how blissfully ignorant you are, my friend. You weren't given an opportunity sooner because you haven't been rolling with the right people. Trust me. Look at what I've done for my disciples of the past. Murphy won the United States Championship at WrestleMania. AOP were the longest reigning tag team champions, and now Steve Cutler and Wesley Blake are dominating the tag team division. And not only that, but tonight, I've gotten Murphy another United States title match in the main event. So just think about that. Alright, kid?
So a great opening contest there between Zayn and Owens. Zayn and Owens against the Street Profits. Not really sure what the whole situation is with Shane Thorne right now. Dexter Lumis got a win. Matt Riddle knocked off Andrade in singles action. Rhea Ripley knocked off the former number one contender to the Women's Championship, Beth Phoenix, in singles action. Up next, Shane Thorne is going to be in singles action against the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. And as Seth Rollins said, in the main event, Murphy challenges Keith Lee for the United States Championship. This is a great opportunity for Shane Thorne tonight. Shane Thorne, his singles debut here as part of the Raw roster. He was in the 8-man Battle Royal a couple weeks ago to attempt to become number one contender to the U.S. title. It didn't work out for him on that night, But now Shane Thorne making his way to the ring tonight as part of the Monday Night Raw roster officially. And as he makes his way to the ring, he's got a huge task ahead of him. But hey, if he could put in a good showing tonight, it would do wonders for him. But he's taking on the Tribal Chief of Monday Night Raw. His cousins, his underlings, the Usos, being forced to stay in the back tonight, as here comes Roman Reigns. Reigns making his way to the ring. I believe this is actually the first time we're seeing Reigns in ring in an actual match, and not just one that we talk about like we do halfway through the show every week. I believe this is our first time seeing him because he was drafted to Raw. I know he's had a couple simulated victories, but this is his first time here on Raw in ring that we're going to get to see. It's pretty exciting. I think he's going to be taking on Shane Thorne. So, without any further ado, here we go. Oh, and Shane Thorne with a knee strike. Reigns just shoves him away, and Reigns, runs him over. And now Reigns, right hand to Thorne. And now the Tribal Chief just beating down Shane Thorne. Reigns now picks him back up to his feet, and Roman Reigns. Oh, Shane Thorne counters. Thorne with a right hand, and Shane's got him in the ropes. Sends him off the ropes, and Roman Reigns. Shane Thorne ducks him. Thorne. No, Reigns counters, and now Reigns, leaping clothesline. And Reigns now picks Shane Thorne back to his feet, and Reigns turns him around. Reigns, decks him in the back of the head. And now Roman Reigns just picks Shane Thorne back up, and Reigns pops him up in the Razor's Edge. And is going to sit him out with a powerbomb. Shane Thorne is in a world of hurt right now against Reigns. And now Reigns clubbing him with right hands again. Shane Thorne is down. And now Reigns picks Thorne back up to his feet again, and Roman Reigns turns him around and yet again punches him in the back of the head. Thorne goes down again, and Reigns just standing over him. Reigns now picks him back up to his feet, and Reigns turns him around. Whoa, Shane Thorne. Managed to catch the Tribal Chief. Knocks him off his feet. And now Shane Thorne. Headbutt from Roman. Superman punch. Good night, Shane. It was a good fight, friend. But Reigns. Spear. Just like that, Reigns off the spear. 1, 2, 3. And the Tribal Chief is the winner. Just a spear breaks Shane Thorne in half. Your winner, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. Oh, Roman, what are you doing? This is uncalled for. Reigns clubbing Thorne across the back of the head again. And Shane Thorne just falls over. He can't even stand back up. Superman punch. And now Reigns picking Shane Thorne back up again. And Reigns throws Shane Thorne in the barricade. Reigns, clubbing him in the head again. Shane Thorne trying to get back to his feet. Reigns with another spear. Main event up next. Subscribing on YouTube is both free and appreciated, but another way that you can support the channel, if you are willing and able, is on Patreon. The LS11 Universe Patreon is linked in the description of every video that we have on the channel. Patreons get cool rewards, like personalized thank you videos, their name in the credits of videos on the channel, early access to side series like GM modes and Road to WrestleMania playthroughs, access to voting on the bi-weekly watch-alongs, and a bi-weekly podcast hosted by myself and Ray, where you get to learn more about us and more about decisions made behind the scenes. If you want to support us on Patreon, it's very appreciated, as it both helps the channel and helps support Ray's unhealthy Dr. Pepper addiction. Woo! Now, back to the show.
It's time for the main event. The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the United States Championship. Here comes the disciple of the Monday Night Messiah. Murphy, and you can see the Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins, by his side. Rollins going to be watching Murphy very closely in this matchup, as the Monday Night Messiahs make their way to the ring. Rollins wants gold back in the group, and, well, he's hoping Murphy can win back the U.S. title tonight. Before anyone asks, the MP3's not been released yet. At time of recording, when it's released, this man will have his new theme. But right now, here comes the United States Champion, the Limitless Keith Lee. Keith Lee making his way to the ring. United States title around his waist. He successfully retained the U.S. title against Andrade back at Money in the Bank just a couple nights ago. And now tonight he defends the U.S. title once again, this time against the disciple, Murphy. So here we go with the United States Championship on the line. What are you doing, pal? Well, seems Shane Thorne is rolled over here. He's sitting by my announce table. So Murphy with his rematch for the U.S. title against Keith Lee right now. Here we go. It's Keith Lee with an elbow strike to Murphy, and Keith now got him. Keith Lee immediately grabs the challenger, and Keith pops him up and power bombs him. Editor's note during this matchup: downloaded a new Keith Lee mod today, and oh my god! So here we go. With Lee starting over the right hand, and Keith Lee grabs Murphy. Editor's note: we downloaded this new Keith Lee mod today. Let's revert back to the old one after this episode. His eyes were trying to pop out. His eyes and teeth were trying to pop out of his skull during his entrance. As now Keith grabs Murphy and picks him back up to his feet, and Keith Lee with a chop to Murphy. And Keith clotheslines him. Now Keith Lee. No, Murphy sweeps the leg. Murphy went for a kick to the back. Keith grabs Murphy. Remember when these two faced off at Backlash, Murphy put up a hell of a fight, but Keith Lee in the end became the U.S. champion. Seth Rollins watching his disciple very closely in this one, as Murphy thrown across the ring, and Keith grabs Murphy. And Keith Lee now up to the middle rope. Keith, Vader bomb. Oh, and Seth Rollins now trying to distract the Limitless one. And Murphy's going to capitalize, but oh, he gets shoved down by Keith. And now Murphy catches Keith with the right hand. Kick to the ribs. Chop from Keith. And now Keith putting his boot in the face of Murphy. It takes him down. And now Keith, well, went for a knee. Murphy out of the way. Murphy and Keith both again thinking the same thoughts. But Keith Lee manages to take him down. And now Keith picks Murphy back up, and Keith Lee, right hand.
And a knee strike, and now Murphy in trouble, as Keith Lee just pummeling the Disciple. Seth Rollins just wincing on the outside. There's a bit of sympathy from the Messiah. And now Keith gets caught. Murphy grabs him. Oh, what a suplex from Murphy. Seth Rollins now. Looks like Rollins is trying to provide some assistance to the Disciple. And now Keith comes off the top, and Keith Lee clotheslines him. Keith picks up the chair, throws it out at Rollins. Clotheslines Murphy. Now Seth Rollins trying to distract Keith again. Murphy back to his feet. Murphy grabs Keith, and Murphy with a neck breaker. And now Keith starting to get back to his feet. Murphy grabs him. Keith, right hand. Keith Lee caught again by Murphy. Murphy off the ropes with a drop kick to Keith. And now Murphy into a cover. One. No, there's a kick out. Now Murphy getting fired up, but Keith gets thrown into the corner now. Murphy drop kicks him. And now Raymond's... What? Wow, scatterbrained. Murphy with a drop kick. Keith Lee with a Hurricane Rana. And now Keith. Kick to the ribs. Uh-oh. Pops Murphy up. Keith with the Spirit Bomb. Referee's distracted. Murphy's down. And Keith turns him over. Cover off the Spirit Bomb. 1, 2, 3. Keith Lee retains the United States Championship for another night. There we go. A big win for Keith Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, Keith Lee is your winner, and Keith Lee is still United States Champion. Seth Rollins is not thrilled. Keith Lee gets the big win. So, that is going to be all tonight, it seems. Thank you all for tuning in to this week's episode of Raw, our Championship Monday, as we call it. Well, that's Shane Thorne walking down the aisle. He's walked up to Rollins. You want opportunities? You want to prove yourself? Get in that ring. Take this chair. You destroy Buddy Murphy. And I promise you all the opportunities in the world. Oh no. Thorne in the ring. Oh! Shane Thorne pummeling Murphy with a chair. Oh, man. Murphy's not moving. Shane Thorne wanted retribution for being overlooked. Now it seems Murphy's getting slapped, Jack. Shane Thorne. Oh, God. This is hard to watch. Oh! Now Thorne. Oh, what a punch to the back of the head. That might have just knocked Murphy out. Thorne has vacated the ring, and now Messiah steps in. Oh! And it's Rollins' turn. No, 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 no! Oh, stomp to Murphy. Oh, genuinely. Guys, I'm terrified for Murphy at the moment. Rollins. Oh, no, not now. No, 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 no! Oh! Stomped onto the chair. Murphy's head went into that chair. A stomp onto the chair. And a brutal assault. Murphy laid out by the Messiah. It seems Rollins is the new disciple in Shane Thorne and Murphy. I guess that was your eviction notice. I've been Xander. That was Universe. NXT in a couple days. I guess next week we'll find out what the hell just happened.